and you're listening to the Misfit Momware Show. And it's hosted by this guy named Coach Spiegel. And I would have a crush on him, except that he's already married, and I'm already got a thing going with Superman. I think he's really handsome. And so anyways, we're going to be talking about network marketing. And so this is what's going to happen. You're going to continue listening after this, and you're going to get filled up with lots of secrets about how to win over some leads and get some sales for your MLM world, for your network marketing world. And you're going to do it all without having to push people, be pushy and salesy and slimy, and talk to random strangers. Yuck! Or bug your friends and family. And it's going to be really, really awesome. You're going to learn a lot. And I totally recommend that you continue listening and that you do whatever Coach Spiegel tells you, because he's pretty smart and he's not bad looking. It depends on the light that gets him. He could be handsome or he could be not, or how much sleep that he got. If he was up all night doing his projects, it might have been a really long night. So he might not be that good looking if you see him in one of those. But fortunately, you're listening through the wonderments of podcasting here, so he's got a great face for radio. That's true story. You can tell him that I said that. And so yeah, you're gonna be learning all sorts of stuff about attraction-based marketing. And in case you didn't know this, the world of MLM is very, very broken. It's very, very wrong. And he kind of fell upon some secrets, built up his own businesses that he's going to share with you that work really, really well with MLM business. And he believes that MLM is the future of businesses and the survival of this human species. No joke. If the aliens don't get us first. So without further ado, I got to go join up with Superman, and we got to go battle some bad guys. We'll catch you later.
Hey, good day to you, Mom Warrior. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whichever it shall be. This is your Coach Spiegel here. I am your Misfit and Coach, Misfit and Mom Warrior Coach. You knew that already. Chances are you know exactly who I am. In case you're not, you're brand new, welcome. Welcome, my amazing Mom Warrior, my Misfit Mom Warrior. This is where you need to learn how to get your product, either your MLM product or your product, into more hands to help change some lives, because you know that it's good for other people. And you don't know how to do that besides bugging your friends and family. And that's all they taught you how to do, bug your friends and family. I'm specifically talking about the MLM side here. And show you a much better way how to turn strangers into buyers. And how to not be uninvited, unfriended on Facebook. How to not be ignored. All that stuff. Anyways, let's... I help turn you. Oh, you're like a misfit mom warrior, where you just don't feel like the unfulfilled at a job. You work a 9 to 5 9 to 5 ish, and it's not feeding your soul. They stop paying you, you wouldn't show up. Or you're a homemaker, housewife, and you got that burning, yearning inside of you to kind of get out there to do something to change the world, to heal the world. And it's probably have an outlet right now, like all over Facebook, like you're trying to do something to get your product out there, but it's not working. You don't know what to do. I'll show you a better way. So today we're going to talk about not raping the very first golden rule of prospecting. And I have for you today a cheat sheet, a little downloadable PDF. Go into the show notes with this episode. Click on over. misfitmomwarrior.com /golden GOLDEN golden, and it's in the show notes as well. We're going to talk at nauseum, at length today about number 1, the first golden rule, and you get the rest of the 9 on that little sheet of paper. digital paper, I guess. I think I got it on 2 pages. 1 or 2 pages. The golden rules of prospecting. And there's a nice little bonus in there for you as well. Nice little surprise. Act surprised when you see it, okay? It's one of those, I am, hey, momware, misfit, momware. As you're following me, as you're picking up what I'm putting down, I want you paying attention to what I'm doing. I am very, very smart with the lead magnets, with the sellings, with the words I use. I want you to pay attention and incorporate what I'm teaching you in your business. Okay? What I just did right there, I picked up when I was a kid. We'd buy a box of cereals, buy a little box of Lucky Charms, and they're like, prize inside. And it was like random thing, like one of like 4 things. Now, as a kid, would I, be all patient and stuff and, eat each bowl of cereal, or would I go straight for the prize? Yeah, go straight for the prize. It was like the cereal was like, I get the cereal stuff out of the way. I just want that prize. Just like buying the box for the prize. Same thing. Look at what McDonald's did. I picked up with that, just paying attention to what McDonald's have done. Worked pretty well for McDonald's, aka Happy Meal. What's the Happy Meal? It's the same fries, it's the same burger that the adults get, except they get a nice little toy, smaller size drink, and it's inside a cool box. Do they call it, here, a meal for the kids? They call it flippin' Happy Meal. Oh my gosh! That's marketing gone wrong, okay? Like there's like Girls Gone Wild. That's marketing gone wrong. They're using marketing, they're using copywriting, they're using salesmanship, they're using the business stuff that I'm teaching you for evil. Like it or not, McDonald's is evil. I don't care the Ronald McDonald and never mind, that stuff matters. They've been doing a lot of good, and it's not like they're selling something that nobody didn't want. Nowadays, it's pretty bad. But there's stuff straight up addicting. Let's not get into McDonald's, okay? Let's not get into that. But you get a prize inside. You get a little toy with Happy Meal. Does the kid care about the burger? Does he care about the fries? What's the first thing he does when he gets the Happy Meal? Opens it up. You've been there. You know better than anybody. That stuff works for us adults, okay? All you got to do to get good at this marketing stuff is like, ooh, what are other businesses doing? What worked for me when I was a kid? Because in reality, we all kind of want to be kids again, right? We kind of like, that was the best time of everybody's life, and the stuff that works for kids works for adults as well. So the prize inside. So when you go get my downloadable thingy that goes to today's lesson, there's a prize inside for you. Like, oh, cool, prize, all right. Oh my gosh, Coach Spiegel, you're so cool. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, no, you're cool. And you're like, no, you're cool. Like, you're cool. And that's enough of that. Now, let's talk about the golden rule here. Number 1, rule of prospecting. Think of like a prospect. Let's just take the name prospecting. You know where that comes from, right? Back in 18 something. The gold rush, everybody's running out to, that was the get rich quick scheme, the very first get rich quick scheme. I'm sure there was ones before that, but that's the far as the ones that are probably most popular. The gold rush. Everybody, grab your pickaxe, grab your shovel, run out to the California. There's gold in the mountains. And that's what they called that guy that was out there going for gold, prospecting. He had, now this is the Toy Story 2 lesson. Toy Story 2. The prospector that was in that, he was the bad guy in Toy Story 2. It was him and Jessie, I think was her name. And then Tom Hanks. I think they just became really good friends, right? They didn't turn into lovers. They didn't go down that route. I don't remember. It's been a while since I watched Toy Story 2. Which of the Toy Stories is your favorite? Which one? 3? Yeah, I really like 3 too. Awesome movies there. We'll talk about those later. But those are the prospectors. And they run into, let's say they have their little pan. You ever gone prospecting? You're like, I know up in Wisconsin here, I think it's Hayward. Is that right? Hayward, there's like the wilderness walk where you can go and like go back in old times. You can go and see all sorts of animals. It's like a petting zoo, and then it is like a lot of fish on display, and then there's a wilderness walk, and then there's a prospecting station where you take your little pan, and it's like a station. It's like a little activity thing at this park, and where they purposely put like gold in the water. I mean, like gold, like nuggets in the water, and then and then the little kids. We went there with a field trip. We had our little pan with little holes at the bottom, which I guess you get to be an adult, and that's how you strain out spaghetti. I'm like, isn't this a spaghetti strainer? They're like, just use it, kid. It's your gold. It's how you find gold. I'm like, oh, okay. And then you jump into the river, and then you got your little pan of gold, and you fill it up with some mud at the bottom, and you pull it up, and you go, and out goes the sand and the mud and the dirt and the pebbles, and stays is the gold. And they would do that for hours and hours and hours. Now, did they jump into the river, grab their little spaghetti strainer, and take that water, take that mud, and like pull it up and be like, okay, mud, you turn into gold now. Come on, come on. Nope. Their job was to find the gold. It was in there somewhere. It was their job to uncover it, to pull it out. Number one golden rule, that's why this is called the golden rule, it's in quotes there, golden rule of prospecting, is don't try to turn water into gold. Don't try to turn mud into gold. If somebody is a 1-star prospect, don't try to turn them into a 5-star prospect. If they're just fighting you every tooth and nail, like, this is a scam, this is a pyramid scheme, it won't work for me, I got this and I got that, being like, fine, see you later, bye. Boom, and just run away. Do a little FOMO, fear of missing out. Yeah, I see you. I'm going to cross you. I'm going to go ahead, and they're not getting back to you. You sent them the link. You sent them the promo video, and they're not watching it. And you're like, all right, fine. And they're not calling you back. You go to follow up. You got your 2:15 appointment time to follow up to see how they liked it, to take them on to the next step of the journey. And they didn't do it. And you call them up, and they're not answering. They're ignoring you. And you say, hey, I'm sensing that this isn't right for you. I'm sensing some hesitation, and say, hey, no problem. I'm going to go ahead and cross you off my list. And if you know anybody that knows wants a step-by-step system of how to make money, have them give me a call. And boom, just run away. I'm going to cross you off my list. That's the most important part of that. I'm going to cross you off my list. Getting lost into the nuggets of the prospecting phase. So let me get back to the golden rule here. The golden rule. Your job, if somebody is a 1-star, 2-star, you're trying to turn them into a 4-star, trying to turn them into 5-star, and you're just trying. You're following up. And every time you see them, you're trying to convince them. And this is the coolest thing ever. It's ground level. You got to get on it. It's the coolest thing. It's nothing like this in the planet. And it's for everybody. Everybody can buy it. And you could do whatever you want. It's how to sell without selling. You don't have to do anything. It's your retirement. Make $10,000 a month, and you just continually like pound them with them, and then they're just like, nope. And there's very resistance. If you sense that they're very resistant, okay, like they're just like, yeah, I don't think that's when you just reassure them, like, hey, just so you know, it's okay. This isn't going to ruin our relationship. You tell them. A lot of times, Momware, people are just afraid to tell us no. They don't want to tell us no because they are very hindered by that word no. And so they feel like it's going to ruin the relationship. So if you're sensing somebody's a 1-star, 2-star, no matter what profession that they are in, if they are a business owner, if they are a personal trainer, if they are a chiropractor, and they are just continually pounding you down, even though they would be a 5-star prospect, had they switched it on, they're not in the mode right now. All you can do at that point is follow the game plan, and that's where that forge that relationship first, and you just follow along with what goes, what the method is. As far as, I don't think nobody's probably showed you anything with a player training, have they? Okay, that's what I got for you. Another freebie. I believe it's day 3 or 4. Day 4, A-player training. What to say to them, how to get them to notice you, how to follow up, how to get it going, and if they say no, what to do after that. I show you all that on day 4 of your badass Katniss pack. How to turn strangers into buyers without bugging your friends and family. How to create a business with your MLM in 5 days. A little 5-day little mini course. For real, that thing is good. Day 1 has changed lives. Day 1. So go to misfitmomwear.com/Katniss to check out that, where I do some A+ training. Oh, hang on. I got a cop. Nope, not speeding. Good. Going by a cop right now. Can we take a little break? I gotta swig some water. Swig the old whistle. 1 second. I'll be right back.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
And cue awesome music. Yeah, that's right. Get you a little fired up, Mom Warrior. Get you a little going. Get it going a little bit here. And this here is what is called a mid-roll, quote-unquote, ad or something like that. I don't know. It's kind of a break. You'll hear other podcasters will be like, let's go take a break. And some of them will be pushing other people's products. Some of them will be pushing their own products. This is the thing that I want you to learn. Think of the shows out there that you watch. Think of growing up, the radio stations you listen to. Can you give me any one reason why you don't have your own show where you actually talk about the stuff that you want to talk about, where you actually educate and teach and coach your ideal market? This teaching can take the place of a video, it can take the place of a podcast, it can take the place of a video on Facebook, a video on YouTube, wherever it is. And now you have yourself a platform. Now you have yourself an audience. So it's one of the principles I teach you doing this just right here that it just changes the game for you. And I show you how to do it. I believe that's day 1. Day 1 of your free ABM course. Go to freeabmcourse.com. And there it's day 1. That's day 1. Totally changes your life and your landscape in the world in front of that's just day 1. You got 4 more days. Free little 5-day teaching you the 5 essentials of what it is to be attraction-based marketer, an ABMer. So it's going to, so that you don't have to bug friends and family anymore, so that you can create a little time freedom, so you can go not miss any of your games. So you're a busy mom. People should be working around your schedule, not you fitting it around them. You work when you want. You're the mom warrior. You're the misfit mom warrior. You're calling the shots around here, so it's really cool to have a platform where that attracts everybody to you. So I show you how to do that all on day 1 there, and it just gets better from there. Day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You just go freeabmcourse.com. Let's get back to the show. And that, my good dear misfit mom warrior, is prospecting. That's who you should be prospecting. People that are 5 stars. As far as prospecting is, it's like you reaching out. You doing the stuff that's out there. You taking the initiative. You starting the conversation. You talking to them. Usually most prospecting is a lot of one-to-one. It's not very scalable. It's a lot of like one-to-one type of stuff. It's not even opposed to. Now you can take prospecting and mold that into marketing. Like you can prospect people to come to your event, and that's where you quote unquote pitch them. You can prospect people to come to your meeting, and that's where you pitch them. You can like talking to them. So it takes on. It's mainly like the hustle, quote the hustle, the getting out there. I am not a big fan of prospecting. The only prospecting that I really recommend you go through and follow through on is going after the A players. Like, that's who deserves your prospecting. Because when you get them into the fold, like, they bring a whole audience with them. They bring a lot of influence with them. They're a big domino that knocks over a lot of smaller dominoes. And so they're worth your time. Whereas, like, if you're a prospect and trying to turn a 0-star prospect into just a buyer, like, no offense against them, but if you're spending hours and hours just to get one sale, that same hours and hours and hours can be spent to make one sale, but that one sale leads to tons of other sales. Tons. Oh my gosh. There was this one guy. This was an MLM company, still sort of part of. It's in the travel industry, and it was pretty good. It was just not where my priorities and passions were. It was an awesome company, awesome product, really good team members, really good upline and all that. And my upline guy prospected a guy. He was a doctor, so it was like, all he does is talk to his patients all day, and he's like, hey, I'm a doctor. Do what I tell you. And boom, there it was. So that's what it is to go prospecting, to go after the big guys there, the big girls. I don't mean that weight-wise. I mean, like, status, influence, that sort of thing. Anyways, he got one of his patients, and then his patient was best friends, worked in a company where one of his assistants is like super, super connected over in the Philippines. And pretty much this one guy brought in 15,000 Philippines. Like, this offer was presented to the Philippines, like the traveling industry there, and they just went nutso over it. 15,000. So I would say my upline guy, the doctor guy, that was a very good use of his time. Probably spent, whatever time he spent prospecting him. Now, he didn't know that, okay? Like, he didn't coordinate the fact, like, okay, I'm going to get this guy, and he's connected to this guy, and that guy's connected to 15,000 Philippines. There's no way he could have known that. But what he did is he just, like, I'm going to prospect everybody. And so that was, like, extremely fortunate. But he is fortunate in the fact that that's where he was. And maybe he knew about that. I don't know. But there's no reason why somebody can't orchestrate that instead of it being, like, basically random luck chance like that. And granted, he still had to do the work. He still had to do the prospecting. He still had to know what to say, what not to say, how to say the right things to even get his patient to go in on it. But that's what it is with prospecting, is your goal is to go find them. Go find them. And if somebody is, the whole part of phase 1 is sifting and sorting. Sifting and sorting. That's all you do. Just separate the winners from the losers, the champions from the whiners, the 5 stars from the 1 stars. Your goal is to go out and find them. They're out there. You just got to find them, and they're looking. This applies to your business opportunity. This applies to your product as well. What I teach you is go start with the product first. Go after the product. You're going to have way more success. You're going to have way more residual income. What happens with the business opportunity is you got probably about, unless somebody's actively looking for it or actively opening a susceptible to it, very few people actually end up being able to create a business on their own. And unless your training is like really, really top notch and you can do all that, like you prospect somebody and get them signed up for the money side of things, and there's a very high chance that they're going to bow out in like a matter of months because it's not going to work. Building business is extremely difficult. There's tons of stuff that has to happen as far as skills, as far as knowledge, as far as what to do, what to say, on top of all the personal issues people have with selling, with fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of shyness, fear of talking to strangers, and their own little personal money block hiccups, like I can't be rich because being rich means that person's an asshole. And I heard a story that one time, one of my clients, and she's also in my my downline as well. She told me a story one time. This guy, he was a little kid. He was like 8 years old, 9 years old. And he was just walking on the sidewalk, and a nice car comes driving by, zoom, psh, hits a water puddle, and psh, smashes blood up all over, not blood, sorry, mud all up over the little kid, 8-year-old. And he looks at you so furious, he's so mad. That nice car goes driving by, and he's like, oh, all rich people are assholes. And so from then on, that was the statement. They attached some meaning to. You know anything about Tony Robbins, that's what he talks about all the time. And like there's a thought, and then we attach some meaning to it. And then from then on, he just had a whirlwind, lifetime of experiences of that being true. Rich people being assholes. And so all of a sudden he gets to that person jumps into business for himself or herself for the first time. And they might be making a little bit of money, and immediately they're like, I don't want to be a rich asshole. It's like it happens subconsciously. It happens unconsciously. It's just kind of how it goes. Like, we don't want to be associated with being a rich asshole. And so there's a number of books that I'll be teaching you, a number of lessons from those books I'll be teaching you on that front as well, because maybe that's a big hiccup. And as you know, like there's habits. I don't know if you know anything about like a person winning the lottery. When a person wins the lottery, in about a year, there's about a 90% chance that person will have wished that they never won the lottery. They're in worse condition than when they started because of all the habits. So when you're out prospecting and your opportunity, your business opportunity, hey, come on, make money while you sleep, residual income, and you're prospecting to average people, when you're doing that business opportunity to average people, it is people that are already broke, people are already run down, people already have horrible habits. You're basically, they sign up thinking that this is the lottery ticket. Oh, I don't want to work it. I don't want to do anything. And then it's going to fail, and then they're going to bow out, and then you're going to be done. Versus going after it. That's why I totally recommend you prospecting your product side of things. Like, really, really hone that sucker in. Because there's a lot of talk there in the next couple of years all about that FDA or the government. I don't know. Is it the FBI? I don't know. Whichever division that monitors pyramid schemes and network marketing. Did you know there's an entire division of is it FDA or FBI? I don't remember. One of those two. There's an entire division that actually monitors multi-level marketers. All those businesses. Like, that's the guy, he's the new FBI agent. He's new out of Quantico. He gets his gun, he gets his badge, and then they say, all right, Jerry, here's your desk. And Jerry sits down. He's like, oh, God, I get to go capture bad guys. It's to go run down public enemies, numbers 1 through 4. Who's the bad guys? Who's the drug cartel? And Supervisor Bob sits down and says, well, Jerry, for your first assignment, I want you to pay attention. I want you to keep an eye on Herbalife over here. And Jerry's like, what? Yeah, just make sure that they're not doing anything that they're not supposed to. Jerry's like, oh, come on. So there's an entire division of the FBI/FDA, one of the two, that just monitor. Anyways, there's a lot of talk going on about they're going to be cutting, really, really heavily penalizing the money-making side of things, the business opportunity. And where they're going to be, like, really, really honing in, like, if there's any claims whatsoever, like, you can't even claim you make money. Like, every word that you use when you're advertising the making money side of things is going to be, like, heavily monitored and heavily fined. Like, you can get some serious trouble. Like, if you're not, like, pinpoint. And then you got to go out and get a lawyer, hire a lawyer, and write all the copy for that. And then the FDA/FBI changes what they say, and you got to go get that same lawyer and change the words around, and he gets paid $500,000 an hour, and all you're doing with that business opportunity stuff is just attracting the bottom feeders anyways. When you're prospecting your business opportunity, you should be prospecting it towards the 5-star prospect. You should be going searching for the business owner, the busy business owner, the A player, where like that. I go in depth there on your badass Katniss pack. I go in pretty good depth. Why it's very heavily in your favor to go after those A players, more so than the obvious. Oh, just a lot of more sales. I tell you all there. I'll stop talking about that. But meanwhile, when you get them hooked on your product, whichever it is, that's why I wasn't totally in love with the travel side of thing. I don't care if you know it. It's a company called Good Life. They're a pretty awesome company. They've been doing things really smart so far. And all they did is like a Sam's Club or a Costco where they just sign up for the memberships, but it's just for traveling. And so they just negotiated lower rates for hotels and for plane rides and all that. And what they do is it's kind of messed up because they don't actually have a product to sell. That's why I was like, ooh, this might get in trouble in a couple years here. There's no like, I'm a huge fan of this product because of this company because of the product, versus where I'm talking to you, Mom Warrior, where we're in the health and fitness space, where we're in the health and wellness, where our products actually change lives. So how they make money, they do that on the Good Life side, where they hand out the cards. They're like $200 gift cards that you can hand out to people, and they use that to go save some money on some traveling expenses. It's kind of like if you're a member of Sam's Club right now, and Sam's Club gives you $100, and you can go hand out those $100, and if somebody uses that $100 to go spend it at Sam's Club will give you like half of it. That's what like Good Life was. And it's pretty brilliant, pretty set up, and they negotiate they're like the lowest rates ever. It's pretty awesome. This is not a sales pitch at all for Good Life. I don't want you on my team with that at all. I'm not even talking about, I'm just telling you here as a frame of reference. I'm not even working that business at all because I'm practicing one of my tried and true rules is follow the feel good, follow the joy. Travel does not fire me up. Traveling would, but when you start your company, when you're starting your business, Mom, I don't know if you're part of MLM yet or not, but if you are, think of when you you're creating a business around your product. In your business, the stuff you create is assets, and the stuff you create assets is educational bits of material, teaching all about not the product, but all about so that's why it's really easy with us at Health Fitness, because you just release like 500 videos of you just teaching about health and fitness, and that all help your person. So it's called content. Now you get 500 little pieces of being giving, helpful, helping a person out, them not even knowing you got a product. And now all of a sudden, like let's say you release 500 videos and there's somebody that watched 100 of them. They're like, oh my gosh, you're so awesome, I love you. And you're like, oh great. Well, so in all your videos, you say, hey, if you want an easier way to get your lose 5 pounds, here, reach out to me. If you want something pain point, take care of pain point, reach out to me. So now you got people coming to you and asking you questions, and you're like, so why'd you reach out to me? Oh, so you want to lose weight? Okay. If I sent you something that would help you out with that's made my life a whole lot easier, made a lot of hundreds and thousands of other people's lives easier, losing weight. If I sent you something, would you take a look at it? Oh, yeah, sure. And that's when you send them the promo video, just like that. So now we're talking. Okay, that's in the health and fitness space. I go in depth on how to do all that in the Badass Katniss Pack. MissFitMomWarrior.com/Katniss. Did you like that? Did you like that little hidden promo? I don't know. Is it still called like a promo when like it's a free product? Free 5-day little mini course? Is it still considered like an advertisement promo? Who knows? Who knows how they do things these days? But anyways, I can't do that I can't create 500 videos around travel. Like, I'm not a traveling guy right now. Love to travel, but I'm like, the best destinations. And it works great if somebody is in that. Like, that would work great. Because now it's called these are called your attractors. Your tractors. Stuff that you are pulling in. So you send out all this stuff, all these assets, all these educational little bits, all these videos, all these little articles that people start paying attention to, and now they come into your world. You're attracted it. Attraction-based marketing, Mom. That's what attraction-based marketing is all about. ABM. Oh, yeah, I just came up with another URL too. Go freeabmcourse.com. That's another 5-day, the same 5-day course from the Katniss one. Either one, go there. Same deal. You can sign up twice if you want. Won't double up as many awesomeness as that is. But hey, that's golden rule number 1. Okay, that's golden rule number 1. Don't try to prospect. When you're prospecting, you're not trying to turn 2s into 3s and 4s into 5s. They're out there. Basically, they're gold out there. The 5 stars are out there, and you just got to sift and sort. And if you got somebody like that's like, and then even with if you are prospecting, like you're going after the 5 stars, you're going after the big players, the influencers, and you're doing it very, very smart. You're not just blasting with an email or random phone calls. This is a great once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. No, you're doing it super smart because I'm going to show you how it goes. That way they come to you. ABM, baby, come to you. One more thing about, and then, that's a good place. A good place to stop right there. Toss you a lot. Dude, Mom, this helps you out so much. This is why I teach you to not bug your friends and family. This is why I just almost like they're there. If they're there, like if you're super well connected already, go ahead and use it. But, man, when they teach you to, like, just bug your friends and family, just bug your friends and family, this is why it doesn't work, because your friends and family could all be 1 and 2 stars. And now you're sitting on being frustrated. And then they get forced to sign up. All right, honey, I'll help you out. Okay, I'll help you make the next rank. Here you go. And then they're not even a fan of the product. It might help them out like that. Might be pretty awesome. But then they want to cancel. They want to get out of it. It's no longer working for them. And you're like, oh, come on. What are you doing that for? And then now it's super awkward between you two from then on. And you got some fights that erupt from it. Like, they thought they canceled the auto ship, and it got auto shipped to them. And then they call you up, and, oh, man, what's going on here? Like, I thought I canceled that, and I'm supposed to da-da-da-da-da-da. And you're like, oh, I'm so sorry. Da-da-da-da. And then now they had another bill coming out that they needed that money for, and you took it out for the auto ship instead, and you're like, oh, here, take my money, and let's say you didn't have any money to give them back to it, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry about that, there's nothing we can do, and then from then on, like, for reunion time, get-together time is super awkward. They're, like, giving you the glare, like, hey, you screwed me over there. You connived me. I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Just not worth it. Not worth it, okay? Good. I'm glad you feel the same, Mom Ware. Glad you feel the same. Now when there's entire worlds of marketing business building going on that's like available to us. I don't know why they had to like call this MLM stuff, network marketing stuff, why they had to like treat it so much different than all the other businesses. Man, they're like put in a separate category. When it's business, it's a business. Cool, okay? So, do you know what you're going to do now? Do you know what you're going to do? You got some actionable content. You're going to go do some cool stuff. You're going to go see, that's what happens when you abide by golden rule number 1 here, is you're not trying to turn anybody. And now, when you're rocking it in the ABM world, your friends and family call you up and say, I heard you are pretty good at helping people lose weight. I heard you're helping out somebody like that. I've been paying attention to your videos, and I talked to your brother, and he seems to think that this product's pretty good. Would you mind helping me out? Oh, sure, here you go. And then you be upfront about everything. So, hey, I'm only signing you up if you're signed up for 3 months, and you just you eat these foods and you do these workouts. That's the only way I'm signing up. Otherwise, you're going to be wasting my time. Okay. Good. Here you go. Sign up here. Do your here. Welcome to the team. Welcome to the program. Da, 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 da. And now it's them coming to you. You hold the power. Attraction Based Marketing. It's the coolest thing ever. ABM. Oh, it's the coolest thing ever. It's the best. And now, like, let's say your uncle there is not a 5-star. Let's say he's a 2-star. But now you're not wasting all your hours on trying to turn a 2-star into a buyer. Everybody kind of walks around with these stars above them, and then your job is to light those stars up. And when they light up, that's when they're working on your team. Like they're doing some good stuff. And so obviously we know who the 5 stars are, and your job is to prospect them. Go get those 5 stars lit up, okay? Good. Saves you so much headache, not trying to convert. Yeah, you get it. You're awesome, Mom Warrior. Hey, we'll catch you in the next one, all right? Love you so much. Heart you so much. Thank you for being a great. Thank you for being awesome. Thank you for loving up on those people. Thank you for believing in your products and believing that even when you're a little bit scared and you're a little bit nervous and there's somebody that you know can use it. Let's say it's somebody that's would highly benefit from your product. Here's how you prospect 1 and 2 stars, okay? Just so that way, because I know it feels bad, because you know your product can benefit them. I got a call from my one of my clients the other day. By the way, I don't call them my downline. My downline. I call my clients because they are. We're all on a team, and I just not so much at the top. I just happen to be the CEO person, so the one running the show. So yeah, they're my clients. Keep that in mind as well. So she called me up the other week, and there's a mom and the daughter, and the daughter was like buying some donuts or something at Quick Trip, and she was like couldn't even move. She was so heavily beaten down, and my client was like calling me, like, what should I say to her? Should I do something for her? Should I say something? Should I tell her she's a better way? I'm like, you're not going to make the sale right then and there. You're not going to, like, we're a random stranger. That's one-step marketing. That's what amateurs do. They try to, like, go for the sale, like, ask a bunch of questions, and all you're trying to do is build up desire, sift and sort in that first phase there of the 2-step. I teach more. It's more closer to 4 steps, 4 or 5 steps, I forget. But in the multi-point, that's the essence of the ABM. It's a lot of multi-point marketing, multi-touch marketing. Today's day and age, we can do it. So I'm like, all you got to do in the first exposure, the first hit, is sift and sort, build desire. That's it. So I kind of recommended to her. I'm like, well, ask yourself if it's worth it. Like, if it's going to take about a minute out of your day today, that's cool. But don't dive into it. Don't dive into it because. Obviously, I'm like, you got to more do this so to appease your own conscience, so you don't feel guilty, like, I had something that could have benefited her. And that's where you just approach them and say, hey, I feel your pain. I see your struggle. I don't know what's been happening to you. I'm a complete stranger to you. I get that. I understand. If I sent you some information to help you feel better, some information to help you feel better, can I send that to you? Boom, that's it. And you just and I just recommend to her, just be open and honest. Just be sincere, be truthful. Say, you reminded me of my friend that went through this, and she's all better now. They're like, oh yeah, I'll take a look. And then that's where you follow up with information, not information about your product, but information about foods to avoid or workouts to do or some habits to have. I just said, go into that not being hopeful because you're up against a whole bunch there, but you can at least be top of mind. She can at least know that there's a better way, and that's kind of what I recommended to her. I'm like, just tell her, it doesn't have to be like this. Or straight up ask her, do you know it doesn't have to be like this? You don't have to be this not much energy, this low energy. Could I send you some quick tips on how to stick to a diet, how to have more energy, you gotta be real careful with your word, and depending on your market, you'd be really careful with it because you don't want to make a man, even if you made a man. Oh well. Anyways, enough of that. Let's let you go. Thank you so much, Mom Warrior. Thank you for being great. Thank you for caring. Thank you for loving up on those people that you do, sharing the good word, healing. Go with the greatness, with the beautifulness, with the awesomeness that you are. Catch you next time. Hey, Mom! So do you believe in your product or service? Do you think it really helps people? And are you looking for direction far as where to go to get your product into more people, to get your opportunity to more people. But apart from talking to your friends and family and aka your connections, maybe burnt them out already, maybe approached them already, and you don't know what to do beyond just blasting messages on Facebook, and you want to build a business around this MLM product of yours, but you don't know what to do, great. You're in the right place. We're going to help you. Go to misfitmomwarrior.com/Katniss. And I'll show you how to become a badass recruiter and seller of your product in 5 days. There I teach you the 5 essentials of what it means to be an attraction-based marketer, ABM. And like it or not, MLM is dying. ABM is on the rise. Nobody listens to what MLM is. It's all ABM these days. So head on over there, and we'll see you there. Mwah. Thank you for being great and awesome and wonderful, and keep helping change those lives that you are.